Good morning, YouTube. It's Saturday morning and the start of my sixth shift for this week. Of course, I work 6 shifts about 90% of the time. So hopefully things go better today than what they have last couple. And just a disclosure here, just in case somebody would try to bring it up to me, the parking brake's set and the key is off. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not that stupid. It would take a real genius to try to film while you're going down the road. That's dangerous. You more so with one of these than what it would be a regular vehicle. But still, you shouldn't be doing that. But I always am parked. I don't do that. I don't like to be unsafe about things. But yeah, we're just sitting here. It's a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. It was up in the 90s yesterday. It's a little bit breezier, a little bit cloudier today, which I think I got too much sun yesterday. I got home, I was about dead on my feet when I got home. But yeah, we're just waiting to see what all we got to do today. How long we're going to be here. And I really appreciate the people viewing it. I got, like in total, people viewing my channel, I got like 3,200 views and 60 couple of likes, and I guess people share my content about 16 times. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm not on here to get famous or whatever. I don't want all that. I just figured I'd do this because it's something fun to do, Maybe tell a few funny stories now and then, or put a few videos on here of hunting and fishing, which I have not done yet. I am terribly sorry about that, but I've been hitting the ground running whenever I get off work. Whenever I do get to go fishing, it's kind of hard because I don't really have a cameraman, and I ain't had time to figure out how to do it with a smartphone yet. I don't have a GoPro or anything. I just do everything on my phone. Whenever you're trying to keep an eye on a 8-year-old, help him and stuff, it's hard to do whenever you're fishing like that. You ain't got anybody to be on the camera. But I will say this, I mean, if any likes or shares or subscriptions or whatever, that would be much appreciated. You don't have to. I'm not going to be the one to sit on here and say, oh, like and subscribe for this or that. No. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. It don't matter to me anyway. But yeah, it's a pretty good day so far. Just sitting up here. The wind is actually kind of picking up, like it might rain here directly. I do know that the leaves are trying to turn up like they do whenever it rains. Maybe we might get a little rain this afternoon. I don't know. I never did check the weather. Yeah, I never did check the weather to see what was going on. But, yeah, I guess, I'm not going to get my little boy until next weekend. Because I get him every weekend during the school year. And then once he's out of school, I get him every other week. And I guess since he just got out of school on Friday, his mommy's going to keep him this week so I can get him next weekend. Next weekend, I guess, is the little family camping trip. I got to get stuff packed up for that, too. I haven't even done that yet. I'm hoping I can make it to town and get a little section of brake line. I got the Pappy Mobile fixed, and we was bleeding the brakes, bleeding that new caliper. Which I'm so glad that this happened where it happened, which was right there in the garage. We was bleeding the brake caliper, and I guess there was a weak spot in one of the brake lines, the main line going from the back where it splits off to go to the two back wheels, and either a junction box that went up to the master cylinder, or it just went right to the master cylinder itself. But anyway, that main line got a hole in it. But yeah, the Pappy Mobile is fixed, aside from apparently now needing a brake line. But like I said, I'm glad that happened right there in the garage instead of going down the road. Which they wasn't really all that bad. That's kind of shocking that it did that. I mean, the rest of the lines look okay, but it happens. We'll get it going. Just leave it up to old Squirrel. Old Squirrel figured it out. Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. And I don't know if you see my hat or not. This is a little company here, kind of near where I'm at. I'm not paid to sponsor anybody, but I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated if y'all need any outdoor stuff. Go check out G&T Sports Plus. They're over in Mount Storm, back in Coon Mine Road. Really, really good people. I mean, I've always got along with them. I've always dealt with them and stuff. Believe it or not, my dad was actually their first customer. And one of the owners of that place told me that a couple years ago, that it was like a week before they officially opened their shop. My dad went over there and wanted to order turkey call. So they ordered him a turkey call. I think it was a box collar or something like that. But yeah, Dad was their first customer, I believe. But yeah, they're real good people. That's actually where I bought my 300 Winchester Magnum. I had them order me a Howa 1500 300 Win Mag, and I had them put a Leupold CDS scope on it. Because all this hype, I fell into all the hype. Oh, you're going to the Rockies. Oh, you need a cannon. You need something to shoot for miles. I believe the farthest possible shot that I had in the area I was in was about 300 yards. And to each his own. I think I could have just been fine with that 30-30. I mean, worst case scenario, you get you like a Leupold CDS scope on it. Get you some Hornady lever evolutions. The reason I say Hornady lever evolutions instead of them Federal Power Shocks is Federal Power Shocks are round and they're meant to hit like a truck. Lever evolutions have a soft polymer tip on them, which is not something that you find very often in 30-30 shells. But that bullet design with the soft polymer tip. Now, I myself have never experienced this, but I've watched a lot of people and done a lot of reading about it all. Because I was actually going to try to get a case of them shells to try them in that 30-30. That polymer tip will stretch that 200-yard gun into about a 300 to 350-yard gun, depending on the configuration. Okay. Now the old model Winchester Model 94s, I don't really know much about. But I will tell you this, I have a Marlin 336W Deluxe with a micro groove barrel, and it's got a JM stamp on the barrel that I also got from these people here. The only difference is I bought that from these people right here whenever I was about 19 years old, 18 years old, somewhere in there. My first deer rifle. Everybody under the sun made fun of me for buying a 30-30. And I absolutely love it. If I only had one gun left, it would be that 30-30. But yeah, so I bought a couple rifles off of them. Bought some reloading stuff off of them. A lot of archery stuff over the years. Not so much recently, just because I haven't really bow hunted much. Or whatever I do, you might as well say I just take a bow for a walk or whatever. Because I haven't really needed anything for it. But yeah. Yeah, it's just a nice day up here. Little cloudy, little windy. I don't know if I'm going to get off in time to go. My oldest daughter, she graduated high school this year. And I don't know if I guess her graduation party's today. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get to go to that or not. But I did make it to all her other graduation events. So I'm pretty sure if I didn't make it to her graduation party today, she would forgive me. Because I did make it to all the other graduating events, you know. Her career training awards or something ceremony, and then where she got to do I guess they call it like the senior walk, where they walk through their elementary school. And then the graduation itself. And it was nice. My graduation wasn't nowhere near like hers. I think I graduated with 15 people, and that's because one or two of them failed and one or two of them dropped out. So her graduating class, I think it had like somewhere in the vicinity of a couple hundred students, maybe. But I know it was a lot bigger than my graduating class. I went to a small school. She went to a big school. I think my graduation was over in 25 minutes. Hers took a couple hours, but yeah, it was still nice. I really enjoyed that. And her boyfriend graduated. I was so proud for that young man because he worked really hard. He kind of let some stuff slip there at the beginning of the year. And he worked really, really hard there toward the end to get it caught back up and get them grades up so he could graduate. Yes, sir. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess next weekend we're going on our little family camping trip up there in Pennsylvania. I call it Pennsylvania because half them Pennsylvania people, that at least the ones that I've met, I have not met everybody. So just because I categorize stuff like this, don't mean that you should. But I call it Pennsylvania. Most of the reason I call it Pennsylvania is back whenever I pulled flatbed, I was always in Pennsylvania. And I was always going to these little rinky-dink Amish mills out in the middle of nowhere just to get a load of lumber. I mean, it... But anyway, yeah, we're going up Pennsylvania, somewhere up in there. We're taking a little camping trip there to a campground. It's hopefully going to be a fun time. But well, YouTube, you all have a wonderful day. Squirrel Hunter out.